you guys, we have come to the last part of this bullet journal crash course. My name is Anna Janises and today we are going to talk about collections. Quick reminder of what a collection is. I have my notebook from the introduction. I have here the summary of what a collection is. A collection is a page that is dedicated to related notes. They could be dedicated to projects or information or references that are related. So basically it's a page where you can put all the stuff that belongs together in the same place. Super simple. And using a collection you can also migrate notes, which is something that we didn't discuss. But if you want to, you can go ahead and you can migrate any notes that you might have from your weekly spread that popped up like when you were running around out on town or in school, and you can just put them in your daily log to begin with and then go ahead and migrate them to a collection later, so you have all of it collected together. But if you want to, you can also set up a collection ahead of time, and then you know that you can put all your related notes there to begin with. But designing this planner, you can add a bunch of pages in the back. I chose to go with just dot grid paper. I don't know if it shows up on camera, but it's just plain dot grid paper. And I'm going to show you a couple of different examples of collections that you can do. So, like I said, they are related notes. So maybe I want to have a collection for my books because I love reading. And you can go ahead and you can just put a header on there and you can just list books that you want to read, books that you have read, anything like that. But I've decided to make this a little more elaborate because I'm very extra like that. And I'm gonna ahead and I've made like a table for my books. So I have the author, I have the title, any notes I might have about the book when I'm finished. And I have a rating here, so I can rate the book when I'm done. So that way you can just go ahead and fill this in as your year progresses, as time goes on. And you will have a nice system to track books you have read or books you want to read. And you have an easy place to find them. Another good thing to keep in a collection is maybe recipes or like short summaries of recipes. So say you want to become a bit more healthy and you want to do more vegetarian or vegan recipes. You can go ahead and you can do the same thing for that. You can just put that in here. You can have a name for your recipe. Maybe you put the main ingredients and where you can find the recipe. The prep time and the rating once you've tried it. So you have a handy dandy list here. You can also put in like kids did not eat this, boyfriend did not like this, girlfriend loved this one, need to do again, you know, all that stuff. So you have a handy place for all that information to reference in the future. Another thing I usually do for a collection is I do a page for a monthly cleaning list and a weekly cleaning list, and I will have all the things I need to get done during a month here on this side, and I will put that in. And I will have a weekly cleaning list, and I will have everything that needs to get done during the week in a list, so I don't have to figure it out over and over. And besides, it makes it more fun cleaning if you have a pretty list to look at, you know. But then there's the other thing, and this is something you have all seen. This is sort of entered bullet journal standard now, even though it isn't in the original system. But habit tracking is a big thing in the bullet journal system, and this is the most basic habit tracker you can make with a bit of fancy lettering on top. I'm gonna zoom in a little bit. So basically, what it is, it's just a matrix with the days of the month and what you need to get done. So when you're building this, I recommend starting from the back because otherwise you might run out of space. But you list all the numbers of the month, and then you go ahead and you can put the first letter of the weekday underneath, so it's easy to keep track of. And then you just add all the tasks that you get done or want to get done, any habits you want to form or repetitive tasks that happen every day in the list. That way you won't have to keep putting them in your to-do list every day, and you can just keep them in your habit tracker instead, which is super handy. And you can see how this evolves over time as well if you're trying to establish a habit. You can easily see when you've skipped a day or when you've done particularly good. So here are some things that I've included in my habit tracker. Just for examples, I have medicine, retainer, take out trash, dishwasher, 10,000 steps, 5-minute meditate, feed cats, wash face, moisturize, workout, I ate 5 fruits, and I had 8 glasses of water. So there's a mix there of like things I want to accomplish, habits I want to form, and also repetitive tasks that are just boring and you just need to get done. But you don't have to waste your space in your to-do list or your brain space, and you can just put them in the habit tracker instead. And I just went in and filled in all the dots here to make it prettier. But then once you have completed a task, let's see if I can find a pen, you go ahead and you just fill in the corresponding square. And you do that for all the things. So, as you can see here on the 5th, I took out the trash. So this is how that works. On the 7th, I washed my face. And ideally, this should all be filled in once the month is over. You're gonna have gaps. Because life isn't perfect, and that's not how it works. But this is a very nice place to track all those things. But that's all, folks, for the habit tracker and the bullet journal crash course. I'm going to zoom you out. I hope you have a nice foundation now to how the bullet journal system works in its original format, which we went through in part 1 and 2, and how you can use a pre-printed planner to save yourself time and energy to use the bullet journal system in, which we went through now in part 5, 4, and 3. And I just want to leave you with a quick reminder that you do not have to have all the fancy lettering or the pretty pages or the prettiest handwriting to be able to do a bullet journal. As you can see, the basic system is very simple and you can do whatever you want with it, basically. And it's made to make your life easier and not to get you likes on social media. That's the main point I'm trying to make, that people might see the beautiful spreads on social media and think, oh, I could never do a bullet journal. But just hang in there. It's a wonderful system and it makes you so productive and it makes you so organized and it really makes you feel better about getting things accomplished. And don't worry about how it looks. You can have wonky lines and your little crappy handwriting if you want to, and it's fine. So that is all for me. You can find me on Instagram and on YouTube, and I really enjoyed this. So thank you guys so much for watching. Bye.